Good morning, everyone. This is Sibbe Bladh. I would like to give you a perspective on the world today that you don't hear a lot, because people have been cemented, segmented, divided, parted into fractions that always understand reality like a conflict against the other, against the opposition. And that's the main feeling they hold as a means of struggle for something better. And these constant conflicts are tiring. It moves the focus to wrong things. It hinders development. And most people deal with that. Like all opinions are colored by the agenda that their party have, or their gang, or their philosophy or religion, against all others. So always fighting, always clashing with each other. Making progress impossible. Humanity, we don't live at the point of the development where we really are scientifically. We don't live on that level collectively. We live way back in history in way much more animalistic behaviors and feelings and instincts. We don't do what is possible. We don't feed the poor. Now, my nation, Sweden, has one of the highest rate of child poverty in Europe. And at the same time, the politicians and the activists, they scream for totally different things, other things, which is totally unimportant, like erasing the immigration would be an issue or question to even talk about these days. If they could feed the poor kids in their own civilization, they might have something to say. Now, when they talk about other things than the problems we actually have, it's only creating more problems for the people in need all the time. And this division, they're talking a lot, these people, you understand? They're screaming, they're demonstrating, screaming out their divided views, how much they hate the other, how important it is to fight the other. Many of these people go into fanaticism, racism. They start into blaming an ethnicity or a nationality. They want to blame everything on a single person, on an individual who has not chosen none of these politics or don't support what's happening. But they're ready to blame them and confront them and attack them for being who they are. So racism is alive in the world. It's alive. Oppression is alive. People have been focusing too much on certain isms like Nazism, fascism, or communism, and pointing out this as the main enemy of whatever, not understanding that the evil itself is the problem. And to fight evil, to fight injustice, that is the correct way to move forward, to get things going where we need to go. It's not by projecting onto the opposite all the time, or blaming individuals. They're going into the same trap. Racism, oppression have many faces. Hundreds, thousands of ideologies through history who has been influenced by human evil, by human injustice. So the problem, the only thing we must fight is the human injustice and evil. Understand? There is no one to blame. There's no party to point at this time, but our own evil as a species, collectively. And to work on that, to work on our injustice, and to work on our conflict behavior, that we always divide and fight the other side. That is the main problem with our progress and how we treat the world, how we treat nature, how we treat animals, how we treat each other. It all comes down to what's in the human being. You understand? It's not ideology, it's not the problem. We are the problem. And we have to find this problem in ourselves and collectively, and to change these things. And that would be so much more effective in terms of coming somewhere. If all the activists that you see now that are screaming and creating more division, if they would work for good things in themselves and help the basic problems around them, child poverty, elders, sick people, starvation, injustice, if they would fight that, instead of going to a political filter, going into a great arena with many teams fighting all the time, like a mosh pit, constant conflict and fighting in there, and nothing good comes out of that, nothing whatsoever. This is the thing that takes us backwards in progress. And people love this, and especially those with high intelligence who understand the game. They are truly evil, truly vicious, malicious people. And the stupid ones, the followers, the tail, they're into these games of fighting, and they don't understand that it's not true. They think they do something good, or they're hypnotized, they're easily fooled, manipulated into believing stuff. People love stories, fairy tales, Everybody have their own story in their head that they feel good from. And in a way, it's normal, it's natural to have a dream, because our whole perception of reality is a dream, actually. So we need to have a dream, we need to have a story. But this story can be manipulated, what people tell themselves and what people understand. And thoughts affect how we act. So now our thoughts affect the reality we share, and it's very problematic when people are stupid or don't understand stuff. Simultaneously, you have the Dunning-Kruger effect. You have 70% of the people with low intelligence believe themselves to be on top of intelligence, not understanding how low they are on the scale. So they have a misconception of reality in their heads, which is a major problem, and that they don't understand how low intelligence they have, or how little input they have in reality, in real things, real matters. And you could see this, it was blown up publicly, officially, a lot, and we can study them during the COVID pandemic. Those Dunning-Kruger gang with the low intelligence was screaming that there is no COVID, there's not blah blah blah, there's not even a virus. They were so cramped and paralyzed by fear, so they couldn't think straight. And now all the bullshit come up, all the illusion come up. When they say this, there is no COVID, there is have been done over 10,000 studies on COVID in the world by professionals. So I mean, what's the chance that these low intelligence, high emotional, aggressive people would be the only ones who calculated and understood that this is fake? It's ridiculous to believe that. It's so extremely stupid to believe that. It's unbelievable. And you can still see people defending that position, even though, it's absurd. It's absurd. And we have to control stupidity. We have to control stupid people, for sure. How much influence they have, how much what they are able to do to others and to the world. That have to be controlled. We are trying to control it, but the illusion, the stupidity is huge. It's massive. It's unbelievably big. So even if we have cops, military, whatever, it's very hard to control. You cannot bash people to become kind or cooperative, progressive. If we could beat people to become good, it would be an easy life, this. It's not like that. People have to want to become better. They have to understand that to create a more loving world, a more understanding world, it takes more than conflict and hate and scratching, fucking stabbing each other. But that's all they have inside. They are stripped of love, stripped of consciousness, stripped of empathy. They're in the game. They're hysteric. They sit on roads in front of cars. That's how far from reality they are. And the people in the cars, they don't even understand why these fuckers are on the ground. It's like most activists are in a psychosis. They think that what they do is very important and the world understand what they do. But we don't understand shit. We just see some idiots sitting on the ground, and that is against the law of physics. So it disturbs our mind. The behavior disturbs. It makes nothing good in the world. Activists destroy art, statues. They attack individuals who have the wrong opinions in their mind. This is what fascism was, or Nazism. This is exactly the same, because it wasn't the right or the left ideology that was the problem. It was this injustice in man, inside of ourselves. So no matter how we fight, the world is a mirror of us. The world is mirroring us. And we try to fight the world now, instead of changing ourselves. If we change ourselves, we would change the problem. We would change the world. But we also have to be aware that it's not going to be so possible to make so much big change, since all life passed from unconscious to conscious. So there will be confusion, there will be darkness, there will be development, there will be blindness before awakening. So one cannot believe in a total transformation of the world to something good. It will not happen. We will have suffering, we will have misunderstanding and shit. Because it's a part of the process of waking up and to learn. So we have to learn patience with each other, patience with the progress, with the process. We have to learn to not stress and force too much. We have to learn to not talk too much, to be too loud and demand too much. When it comes to intelligence, we have to create a good society where it's allowed to have intelligence, allowed to be smart or express what you think and feel, regardless of where you are. Even the stupid should have a lot of time to speak, so we can hear how stupid they are. That's good. We should not try to silence each other. That just gives attention to bad stuff. You know, when I see people go out in the streets, they're marching against the Nazis, let's say. Only giving publicity to the Nazis, I mean, making the Nazis important. If you would let people speak and tell their whole story, everybody would hear what they say, how stupid it are. Was it Sun Tzu who said that never interrupt your enemy when they are destroying themselves? So, I mean, we practice that. People are smart. People understand quickly. Let others express their opinions. Doesn't matter how uncomfortable opinions they have. It will be clear. You know, and if evil words are able to affect people, these people have evil inside. And we have to accept that confusion and darkness too, as a part of the natural process of life. So, no reaction. No going out there and fighting the mirror, the picture in the mirror of the confusion. It doesn't help. Instead, keep on formulating and telling your story, and show people with your actions why your story is better. Creating is always better than tearing down. You can destroy as much as you want, but building will be something that is much more powerful. What I feel and think now when I look at the world, when I look at all these different sides, hating each other so much, expressing so much. And I also belong to a culture, of course. I stand against others too. I'm 100% loyal to my nation, to our development and what we do. Since I'm a part of this system, I owe obligations to this system to be loyal. And also, I believe that the universe, the nature, will give you birth where you're supposed to be. All sadhus or babas or gurus or whatever have an obligation to help their people and their nation. That's why you see Sadhguru, he walks with the Indian army, with the highest ranks, is to support spiritually where God made you and put you and created you to be. So that's for me, it's an obligation, it's not an opinion. I don't have any opinions, I don't have any politics, nothing. I just have loyalty to my culture because I was born here, nothing else. That's all natural. Also, if my nation maybe was some nation that wanted to take over the world and oppress people, I would maybe be one of the rebels, of course. But it's not like that. My nation have no expansive agenda. There's no violence against other is part of the agenda, really. It was a defensive nation all the time, building defense. We didn't have an attack army that invade other nations or so. Even though now we are part of a bigger NATO process. But you still have to be loyal and put your opinions and feelings aside and help your nation. Feed the poor children, clothe the poor children. And don't make them feel discriminated. We have a lot of murderers and killers and shooters in this country. When kids grow up poor, you create automatically a need for revenge in them. They need to revenge on the others and to oppress the others to climb because they are low down. So I know the extreme right and the right, they hate to to point to socio-economic things, but this is a clear cut. This is clear. These people will shoot others because they have grown up poor. So stop fucking child poverty and the social injustice, and you will take away a good part of the killings and who become criminal. It's as easy as that. And I could just study the suburb where I come from. The kids, the poor kids, they beg. They buy the train station and move into the center and begging for money. When they get a little bigger, they start stealing. They start to robbing people of money, dragging them to the bank machine, getting money. And that's how crime starts. Crime starts in poverty. It's reality. It's like that. It can't be denied. And it's cultural also. Who is attracted to that, who is ready to do whatever it ever takes to make money, they come from poverty, guaranteed. So work collectively around you with the simple, with the basic, and that would help the whole so much. And if you could behave, if you don't have to accept bullshit, because obviously it's a lot of fucking stupid, idiotic bullshit going on. You don't have to accept that, but you must be humble and express still what you think without being extreme, without going too far on the other side to try to weigh it up in some counteraction or something. Just stick to the fucking truth, objectively, to the fucking truth. Everybody, and we could work this out, okay? So this is today's short message. Keep cool, keep shanti, burn your herb, be wise, kill the pain. All right, take care everybody, bless.